A moment of silence, just silence. Just a moment of just silence and listening to your breath for a moment. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings. I do believe it is officially midnight where I'm at. So good morning. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning. Peace, 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 peace and blessings. The mission is love. The mission is love. So I think this might be my first midnight video. Quite interesting these days what's been going on the planet, the vibrations and the frequencies, and it's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. But the mission is love. The mission is love. I'm here to tell you that the mission right now is love. When you look out into the world and you sum up what might be happening with everyone and what the answer or the solution may be, and I have to tell you, wholeheartedly, with every fiber of my being, with my very presence of even being here, is because of love. Love is the answer. Love is the solution. Love is the religion. Love is the thought pattern that is of the utmost supreme intelligent womb of creation, is what I will say. What we need is love. What you need is love. What I need is love. No matter what you've done, no matter what you have done in your past, including past lives, none of it should separate you from God's love. And if you follow me at all, you know who God is. The mission is love. What's happening to me is of importance for me to mention. I see words going up and down the screen in the beginning, but as I go into what I'm meant to say, I cannot see your messages, so don't take it personal if I don't respond to anything you're saying, but I do go back after I make the video to watch and see questions and respond to comments. I literally channel whatever it is that's coming in that needs to be said. I agree and I accept and I asked for and chose to do this, no matter how weird or extraordinary it might seem to some of you, but I get the feeling that a lot of you on here already understand what channeling is. I just allow. I say what it wants, like it's me. It's a higher self-awareness of me, and I allow that to come through me. A lot of times it's words, and my fingers just constantly keep moving and just typing out things that either I'm very empathic, so I can pick up on energies going on the entire planet. So a lot of days, sometimes I'll be just in quiet solitude, just feeling everything and gaining a sense of calmness to kind of just bring peace and balance to whatever is going on in the world. So this information just channels through me. I just allow it to come through me. And The mission is love. This is what I meant to say to you today. The mission is love. Drop everything you're doing. Drop. And when I say drop, if you have been raised Christian and you are familiar with the teachings of Jesus the Christ, as I was, that's where I resonate with my followers. I have a various background with different things, and I'm a seeker. So I have been initiated in different things, and I've read a lot of books, but now at this point in my life, I intuitively pick up messages and I write. The books are inside of me now, and it comes out so quickly that my hands can't keep up with it. So sometimes I do have to speak it out. So the mission is love, my friend. Drop everything you're doing. Drop everything else that you think is important, and focus on loving yourself like you have never, ever loved yourself before. Focus on appreciating yourself, giving yourself more credit, being proud of yourself, feeling worthy in your own skin, loving yourself like you've never loved yourself before. Think of the one person. Think of the person or the entity or the being that you have the most love for on this planet. I want you to think about that kind of love, whether it's for your child or your mother or a dear friend or even an animal. Think about the deepest, most warm love that you have for anybody or anything on this planet. Just think about it. That person, that thing that you feel such a special bond with. It's the same exact way you are to feel about yourself. The mission is love. The mission is love. The mission is forgiveness. Love is at the highest supreme of the thought patterns that we can ride on, that neutralizes and balances us out, that gives us the greatest amount of feeling essence of life force. It is what we would call love in the language that you and I speak. It's not a love that you've probably ever experienced or have seen in the world at this moment, or has ever been given to you, or you have ever given to someone else. It is a deeper love. It's a love that you are literally going to need to go into your imagination. You're going to need to go into your imagination and imagine what the ultimate, supreme, transcendent, extraordinary, cosmic love that you can possibly ever hold in your vibration right now. I want you to imagine a love that is greater than anything that you have ever experienced before or even conceived of. Give yourself some time to imagine what that would be in this lifetime. And the mission is to have that kind of unconditional, unapologetic, courageous, gracious, nurturing, conscious, supreme, infinite, eternal, everlasting love. It goes beyond the human understanding of what that is and what does it mean for you and I. What does it mean for the planet to tap into this kind of love? And I'm not asking you to give it to anybody else. I'm not asking you to forgive someone that hurt you like you've never been hurt before. The revelation here, friends, is that that person that you think, the person that you think hurt you the most or have caused you the most pain is staring at you in the mirror every single day. You've never been taught this kind of love. No one has ever taught you this kind of love. No one can actually describe it to you. It has to be experienced. It has to be tapped into, turned on, and magnified inside of you. It is a call to action. It is a call of unconditional love beyond such proportions that you have never, ever, 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 ever experienced before. I can't even explain it to you. I am merely a messenger doing my best in my ability and my life experience to explain to you what your highest self-awareness wants you to know at this moment in time, in space. The answer is love. Even as I share this message with you, all I see on the screen staring at me is me, myself, and I see me. I'm talking to myself all day, every post, every video, every thought, every action, every manifestation. It's all me. No one's ever taught you this kind of love. It's something that you're going to have to teach yourself now. You're at a place in your life where you know exactly what kind of love that you want to experience. You know the kind of love you want to experience. You know the kind of love you want to see in this world. Take it to the next level. Take it to the next level. Go there. Go to the unimaginable. And even the things that you think are unimaginable are conceivable in your mind. The God that you were taught to worship outside of yourself is calling you. You must go within. You must go within. It is so important that you feel where I'm coming from right now. It is so important that you feel where I'm coming from right now. The dark, the ugly, all that stuff inside of you that you really don't care for, you really don't want to see, you would love to change, you really don't accept, you really judge, you really condemn. You really hold yourself in a prison that only you can free yourself of. And the only way to do it is with love for yourself on a higher level. We are asking you at this time to take your attention and take your focus off of everything external to you. We are asking you to remove your attention from any and everything external to you and go within. Now, what I mean by go within, because yes, as you go without and you look outside of your world, you're also seeing manifestations of you. You are schizophrenic. You are PTSD. You are hate. You are love. You are kindness, compassion. You are also revenge. You are anger. You are jealousy. You are everything happening at the same time. We are asking you to see it, observe it, look at it, and find a way to love that part of yourself, no matter how ugly it is, no matter how imperfect you think it is, no matter how much flaw you think is in it. It is perfectly designed the way it is. We are asking you to pull back every judgment that you have of anything that might be wrong in your life, or anything that you label as bad, or anything that you label as a problem. All of it is divinely orchestrated. All of it is showing you yourself. All of it, it's asking you to pay attention to me, the highest, supreme, only true God of this universe, of this galaxy, of anything that is and everything that isn't. It is a call to the highest, supreme self that lives inside of you. Remove your attention from everything external, including your family, including your children, everything that you have created. And we want you to go within and focus all your attention, all of your light energy, all of your focus onto you, yourself, I, me. Some of you call it self-ish. We want you to look at it as self-full. A lot of us are running on E, empty. A lot of us are running on a quarter tank of gas. Just like you'd go to the gas station to fill up your tank, your car's tank, with 3 different kinds of fuel, it's the same thing with your body, your God body, your light body. We are raising the consciousness. We are upgrading and updating the consciousness within you from a lower level to a higher level of thinking, a higher level of awareness. And it starts with your self-imaging. The way you see yourself means everything right now. We need you to develop and harness and cultivate a supreme love of self at this time. The reason we ask you to focus on the self is because whatever it is that you feel about you is what permeates into your world and manifests as your reflection of self. As you embrace and embody this new self-awareness of ultimate, supreme, unconditional love of self, every other being transmutes and resonates with the love you have for self, and they become clones of you. The higher degree that you can become in your highest awareness of self, the more love that you can cultivate within self, is the same love that every and each and every being will start to experience for themselves. Imagine a world where every being took responsibility for their own fulfillment, where every human being took full and complete responsibility for their happiness, for their worth, for their creations, for their manifestations. Imagine a world where every being walking this planet loves themselves to a degree where they are so self-full that they no longer require you or anyone else to fill them of the love that is depleted within themselves. We are asking you to focus on self, because what you see in your world is a mirror reflecting your innermost subconscious feeling and thought about yourself. As you understand that you are the supreme, ultimate, most high God of your own universe, you will realize that this whole time, you've been looking for love in all the wrong places, my friend. The person that deserves your love the most and is worthy of your love the most is you. You see, we have been taught to give. But as wise King Solomon says, in the giving, there must be a receiver. The giver and the receiver are one and the same. There can be no receiver if there is no giver. There can be no giver if there is no receiver. We've been taught to give and sacrifice and suffer, and give and sacrifice and suffer. You never have to sacrifice yourself for another. If you have cultivated the highest and the most supreme love of self, you no longer require it from anybody else. You no longer make it a burden. You no longer enslave others to love you in a way that you have yet to love yourself. It's already on the inside of you waiting. It's been patiently waiting this whole time for you to see that this whole time it's been nothing but you, talking to you, having relationships with you, going through hell with yourself. Now it's time to experience heaven with yourself. And it starts with loving yourself like you have never, ever loved yourself before. Let everyone else off the hook. We are talking about the kind of love. Now, I want you to think about what happens when someone dies on this planet. What happens when someone dies? And you see the type of pain and the type of hurt that lingers on long after the person is gone. Now think of yourself and all the beings that you've experienced die has been sending these messages to you through you as you even the person that died is you, showing you something that you have yet to face about yourself. Long after that person is gone, we still feel the pain, right? So, the ultimate mission, my friend, is to stay alive. Is to stay alive. Now, the question that your mind is probably saying to you, but we all have to go someday. We all have to leave. We all, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Where did those beliefs come from? Where did that programming come from? Who told you that you had to die? Who told you this? And why did you believe them? Who told you you had to die? Who told you you had to perish? And why did you choose to believe them? You could have easily said to yourself, well, that may be your opinion. That might be what you have seen and experienced for yourself. But I'm here to experience something different. I'm here to experience everlasting life in paradise on earth. And when and if I choose to leave, it will be a happy occasion. But when most of our loved ones die, we feel the pain, we feel the hurt, no matter how much we try to numb ourselves to it. There's always no matter how wicked that person may have been in the eyes of whoever's beholding, there's somebody that cries, there's somebody that hurts with every single death on this planet. Every single ant, every single cockroach, every single fly that dies, the mother feels it. The mother feels it. Every single life form that perishes, there is someone that cries for the flower. There's someone that cries for the cow. There's someone that cries for the gangster. Even Hitler had someone that loved him dearly. So the mission is, my friend, is to stay alive. So much so your focus should be on preserving your very life in this God body that is capable of things that you have yet to experience. Just like your cell phone, you are only using maybe 5 to 10% of the capabilities of the cell phone that you're looking at me right now with. You're not using not near even 10% of the phone you're holding in your hand. The computer that you may be on right now, you are not using all the capabilities and functions and assets that phone has and will teach you and reveal itself to you, and all the things that you can do will be revealed to you, but you must open yourselves to it. God is love. God is love. When you love yourself on a higher degree, you no longer bow down to suffer on any form, on any level, any thought that causes you disharmony. You delete, cancel out of your entire programming. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, and I didn't say that it was going to be hard. It's going to be whatever you tell yourself it's going to be. But it will be worth it Why? Because your life is worth it. Your life is precious. Your life is the most important thing to not only you, but the family members that you leave behind suffer. If you want to be, for those of us that are so loving and caring to our family members that we grew up with and we're attached to and we were there for loyally, the best thing that you can do for your children, for your loved ones, for your mother, for anybody that's attached to you and love you is to stay alive and do every and anything in your power to preserve and keep your body in utmost supreme health. It is no one else's responsibility to care for you but you. Using something outside of yourself as an excuse as to why you didn't have time or you couldn't put all of that focus on you is an excuse for mediocrity. We need you to raise the level of consciousness, raise the level of love that you have for yourself. We do not care where you think you are on your love journey right now with yourself. We need you to go to the next level. And when you get there, we need you to get to the next level of loving yourself, to where you no longer accept anything less than love into your life. You no longer bend and bow to any external force that causes you to hate something external to you or anything internal. Whatever you don't like about yourself is being projected into this world. If you get your blood tested today, if you get your blood tested tomorrow, go ahead and do it. Get your blood tested. And it will show you that you have a little bit of everything inside of you. To say that you don't like this color or you this about that particular person because of the shade of their skin, your water runs way deeper than that. The only way that you are going to accept and transform your world into the kind of world that you desire to live in is to love yourself at a level that you would like to see in the world. Whatever it is that you see in this world that we need more of right now, we are asking you to give it to yourself at this time. Whatever you think the world needs more of, we are asking you to give it to yourself courageously and fearlessly at this time and unapologetically. Some people may not understand why you are so focused on your personal development, self-mastery. Once you've gained control over your body members and your thought processes, so will everyone else. So will everyone else. The secret to the sauce is that you control your external reality with the thought patterns that you hold in your frequency frequently. If you are consistently and constantly loving and praising and appreciating yourself, that is the vibration that permeates into our world. You love yourself so much that a negative word cannot even utter through your mouth because you love yourself so much that you know that whatever it is you speak about somebody else or anything else returns to you tenfold So you love yourself so much that an evil word never escapes your mouth. This is the message. That you love yourself so much that you know that anything that comes forth from you shall return to you. Your word shall return to you fulfilled. And if you are cursing anything and anyone, it returns to you tenfold. It is why we ask you to focus on loving yourself so much that you will not even stay in any relationship that makes you feel less than love. Love does not have to hurt. You do not have to suffer. You do not have to hurt in order to experience love in an unconditional way in this lifetime. We are asking you to upgrade the level of love that you have for yourself at this time. We are asking you to not focus on so much just giving out. We want you to now turn all of that within and blast it into your heart. You turn the energy that you give out to everybody and everything else. You are such a loving person. You are such a beautiful soul on this planet. You give so much to everyone else and leave yourself with such little. And now, what's left for you is what you're seeing in this world. The kind of self-love that you give to yourself is what you're seeing in this world. A lot of us are mastering this process, going from level to level. Some are going faster than others. It doesn't matter. Just focus on loving yourself so much that you will not go to a job that you hate because you love yourself so much. If the people around you, if you don't feel ultimate supreme love unconditionally for all the beings around you, then you need to move out of that circle. We are asking you to take your attention away from everything outside of yourself and focus on loving the God of your universe. It's staring at you in the mirror every single day. When you learn to love everything about yourself unconditionally, you might have conditions. This is why we're saying to you to focus on you, because you may have conditions for how you love someone else. You may have conditions as to how you love your children, or how you love your partner, or how you love your mother. You may have conditions as to how that person needs to love you for you to love them. What conditions do you have for loving you? Break through every single condition you have placed as to why you cannot love that about yourself. Break through any barrier or any thought. Go deep into the subconscious mind. I don't care how grimy or how ugly you think it is. Whatever it is you did, forgive yourself. The only person that's judging you is you. So yes, only God can judge you. It's only you that has been judging you this whole entire time. It's only you. You're the one that's been judging you this whole time. This is right. No, that is wrong. No, I don't like the way this looks. No, I don't like that. I'm not going to give myself the kind of love that I need to give myself because I think I'm overweight, or I think I do this too much, or I need to do that. You must learn to love, 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 and appreciate every single thing about yourself, even whatever you did wrong. Take the label off of it. It happened for a reason. Love is the solution to every single problem, every single challenge, every single situation, every single thing. Supreme ultimate love is the answer. This is the love revolution. We are asking you to love yourself on an unconditional way, like you've never loved yourself before. Let it go. And when you find that unconditional love for self, you will now extend it to the world. It's a new heaven, my friend. There's a new heaven and a new earth emerging from within you. It's a new day. All those things of the past are the past. We are healed. We are forgiven. We are loved. Heal yourself with unconditional love. Heal yourself with unconditional love of self. And every being will feel that way about themselves. It's a state of complete oneness, a state of supreme oneness. All that is, you send extreme love that activates the same love to every being, insect, animal, sea. It spreads into the galaxy when you return the love to yourself. It is a time to receive. You've given. Now it's a time to open your heart to receive your own love and not expect it from anyone else. Get up every day, look at yourself and say thank you. Please forgive me. I love you. I may not have noticed how much you've been there for me this entire time. You've been walking with me this entire time. You've been with me from the gate. Self, you have been with me from the gate. You understand me. You know what I've been through. You and I, self, you're the only person that gets me. You're the only person that can heal me. You're the only person that understands everything I've gone through. You deserve your own love more than anybody else. And that same love for self will duplicate into the world. It will clone and duplicate. It's a system. Your entire consciousness, your whole metabolical structure is a system. It's a design. You've allowed something outside of yourself to control you. You take that control back right now. You take that control back right now. Love yourself more than this. Raise to the next level of loving yourself. Step into the seat of God and wipe your slate clean. Step into the throne of God as God, supreme, the most high, almighty. Shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high? And if you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Step into the seat of the throne of your God. You are the rightful king or queen of your throne. Step into the throne of God. You have been forgiven. You are healed. Your slate has been wiped clean. Judgment Day is here. Are you sending yourself to hell with low self-esteem? Or are you sending yourself into the highest heights of heaven? In order to get there, you must think the highest of the highest thoughts about yourself. When you see it in yourself, you will see it in everyone else. As God of your universe. God doesn't need anyone else to tell it, I love you. God is love. It moves from out of you into the world as a force field. It moves from out of you into the world. In order to get to heaven, you must think the highest of the highest of the highest of the highest thoughts about yourself. The mission is love. The mission is love. Stay alive. Stay alive, my friend. You have everlasting life. You have eternal life. You have immortality at the tip of your tongue. Speak it, live it, breathe it. Accept nothing less than life eternal. Choose ye this day who you will serve. You'll either serve life or you'll either serve death. As God, whatever you say, so shall it be. As a man thinks, so shall he be. You are immortal, God, supreme, everlasting, eternal, infinite, timeless, ageless, supreme God of your universe. Love yourself. And the world will fall in love with you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Let gratitude for self lead your way. You've done so much for you. You've gone through so much with you. You are so deserving of your complete self-love. I love myself as I love you. May this message resonate with you to the deepest level. May you imagine the kind of love that surpasses every thought, every being, every philosophy that you've ever heard. Go beyond and above it. Create a different level of love that we have never seen before. Let it blaze through this planet and recreate new life forms, recreate a new way of being. I love my self-reflection. I see myself in you. I see myself in you. May you have peace love supreme. Namaste, my friend. Namaste.